This is Tanya Bridge Malone back with another YouTube video. So I'm going to show y'all my fit today. It is kind of chilly out here today. I think it's supposed to get up to maybe 62 or 63, but I don't know about what time it'll get that warm. But it's not that warm today, but I do have shorts on today. And anyway, I want to show you all my fit, and then I'm going to show you the shoes that I got way back months ago, back when I was still working at Ross for 40 bucks. They're a pair of Adidas shoes. I didn't bring the beanie that matches the fit because, well, I should have brought it really, but I didn't want to mess my hair up. I got my hair cut today. My hair's curly, so it is what it is. I didn't get it styled. She just wetted it down because I washed it last night because it cost me $32 to get my hair trimmed and to get my hair cut and to get a brow wax done. It cost me $32.83. And my mom went the other day to get her hair cut 2 or 3 days ago, and she spent $30 just on getting her hair cut. That's all she did was get a dry cut, and they charged her $30. So I got my brow wax and my hair cut for $32.88. But the reason it cost me like $2.50 extra is because I used a debit card. So if you bring cash, you don't have to pay that charge, you know what I mean? Because a lot of places will charge you if you use a card or anything, like a credit card or a bank card or anything. If you bring cash, then you won't have to pay that extra $2. But I texted her probably 4 or 5 days ago and asked her how much it would be for a dry cut and a brow wax, and I didn't get it till later. So I didn't notice it. But anyway, had I known that, I would have got cash instead of using my debit card, but it ain't no biggie. But anyway, I'm going to get out of this truck and show y'all my fit. And I'm going to smoke a cigarette outside my truck because I'm tired. I just washed my truck and swept my truck out. And there used to be a place where I went to wash my truck that you actually could you could sweep your car out for free, but now it costs $7. So if you don't go through the car wash that costs you $10, if you do that, you don't have to pay to sweep your car out. But if you don't wash your car, then it costs you $7 just to sweep your car out. So I thought, well, if I'm going to pay $7 to sweep my car out, I might as well wash my car. I got a window in behind. My window behind here, about right back in here, y'all, this window here, it's leaking. And I noticed that. I knew it was leaking water because up here in my floorboard, I had a lot of water until I had to I had to move that, and hopefully it warmed up. It finally dried it. But there's cakes of water, and I've got all these shoes back here, which it's not going to hurt my shoes that are made of leather, but anything made of suede, it would ruin them. You know, I mean, there's water getting down in behind here, so I'm going to have to go through my shoes and see which ones I'm going to keep and which ones I'm not going to keep, because unfortunately, I'm going to have to try to get that window fixed whenever I get back to work or get my disability approved, whatever I decide to do. Either or, I'm going to have to try to get that window fixed because it's leaking. And I don't know what you have to do to fix a window that leaks, but there's a window back there that leaks. And I don't know if it's locked right or what, but when I went through that's the reason why I was watching it. When I went through the car wash, I was noticing that, I have a water leak. So that's not good. I'm going to have to get that fixed. But anyway, that's something I'll have to get my brother to check into. He might be able to fix it for me. But anyway, I'm going to show y'all my fit and show you all the rest of, I'm going to show you these shoes, which you all probably seen in a video way back months ago. But I've had these shoes for a while, but they're the only pair of Adidas shoes that I have, because I went through a lot of my shoes and got rid of them, or what ones I wasn't going to wear. But anyway, I'll show y'all my fit real quick. This is my shirt I got at Walmart for $3. This bra I got at Ross last year for like $5 or $6. These shorts I think I gave $12.99 for. They're the Adidas shorts I was telling you about. And then I got my Adidas socks. And I got my Under Armour shoes on. So that's my fit. Now I'm going to attempt to show you all the shoes that I was telling y'all about that I didn't get out of the back of the truck the other day. But anyway, these shoes are mostly all leather, but they're lows. They're Adidas low. And they got a little bit of suede on the toe box. You know, one thing I will say is I don't mind suede shoes, but one thing I don't like is when they make the whole freaking upper shoe with leather on it and then they decide to put suede on the toe box. Why don't they just keep it all leather? Why do they have to mess it up by putting it don't make a lot of sense to me, y'all. I mean, a lot of people, I mean, like I said, I think I've got a couple pairs of suede shoes, and you can't wear them when it's raining. You can't wear them when it's snowing. Unless you get some water repellent to spray on them, which I don't know how much that costs, but I'm sure it wouldn't be too bad. But that's pretty much what you need. If you're going to wear your suede shoes in the winter, you need to put some water repellent on them when you get them. Because if not, you're going to ruin them. It just ruins the whole shoe. But I'm not big on suede. I like the way it looks, but it's so hard to keep. I just think if you take a whole shoe like this, and why not just keep it leather? Why put a freaking suede on the toe box? Like, why would you do that? But anyway, I still got the shoe because I liked it. But I'm just saying, nothing else on this is suede but the toe box. But why would you not finish making it off just a leather shoe, man? You know what I mean? Like, to me, that don't make sense, and they do that with the Nike Blazers. They'll make the whole shoe leather, and then they'll put a freaking piece of suede on the toe box, and it's like, why do y'all do that? Suede is so hard to keep clean. I think you're better off buying shoes that's just all leather. Because really, if you think about it, you're better off buying shoes with all leather. That way you can wear them, wipe them off, clean them. This shoe wouldn't be hard to keep clean if it wasn't for the toe box. But when it rains, you can't wear it. You know, unless you put some water repellent on it, and even at that, I don't know if I don't know, even if I put water repellent on it, would I trust to ruin them in the, you know, so it is what it is. But anyway, this is the Adidas shoe. This is Adidas Gazelle, I think that's the name of the shoe. They are a size 8 in the women's, and I got these for $39.99, way back there. I've had these shoes for 4 or 5 months, for probably at least 2 or 3 months, and I bought these to wear for the summer, obviously. I just wish they just made the whole shoe in leather instead of putting the suede on the toe box. But like I said, it is what it is. So that's the shoes that I bought to go with this fit that I currently have on. And it matches, you know. It ain't got none of this color green, and the shorts is like a mint green, basically. But I got a shirt that matches the part in it, you know. So yeah, it's pretty dope. But anyway, I'll kind of show y'all. This is the shirt I got on. It matches this and my shorts. And I think these shoes match pretty good. But I haven't wore the shoes today for the simple fact that they got, you know, I don't know. If the sun's out right now, so I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to set this on my thing right now, and then I'm going to attempt to put my jacket on because I'm going to try to smoke me a cigarette. And I'll be honest with y'all, I'm tired of smoking in my truck. You know, because if it's going to cost me $7 to sweep my daggone car out every time, you know what I mean? Because when you smoke in your vehicle, that stuff gets everywhere. You know what I mean? It really does. It gets everywhere. It gets all in your truck. Even if you have your whole window down, all them ashes blow back in. You know, and I don't know. I would rather smoke outside of my truck instead of getting that stuff all in my truck. You know what I mean? Because it makes you have to, that's one of the reasons you have to sweep your car out a lot. Because if you smoke in your vehicle, even though I have the window down, all the way down when I smoke, those ashes blow right back into my truck, you know. And I just got done spending $10 to wash my truck so I could have so I could sweep my car out. Because it really didn't need washed. All it needed was to be swept out. But if I'm going to pay $7 to sweep my car out, I might as well pay $10 and wash it and sweep it out, you know. I just got done eating at Burger King. But yeah, y'all, I'm going to smoke me a cigarette, but I'm going to have to take this car out of here because I'm going to smoke a cigarette outside my truck, roll my window up so I'm not getting stuff. Because even if I smoke outside the truck, I got to make sure I roll the window up so that stuff ain't blowing back in here. I probably should have worn a toboggan on my head because it is chilly out here today. But yeah, I didn't put these shoes on today, and I've never worn these yet. I haven't for 3 or 4 months. But yeah, them's the shoes I was talking about the other day. And I got my Pumas back here, and I'm going to show you all those Pumas here in a little bit if I can get them out. Yeah, they're right here on top. I'm going to show them to y'all. But anyway, give me a minute. I probably really should have put a toboggan on of some sort because it is chilly out here. It is really not none too warm. Let me see if I can find a toboggan in here or something. I really honestly probably need to put one on because it's a little chilly out here. It really is chilly. I don't really like wearing toboggans, you know what I mean, when my hair's down. It seems like I'm always wearing my hair up, but Ben's I'm fixing to go. It is chilly out here, and I got shorts on, but I got some longer socks on. But anyway, I'm going to show y'all these shoes real quick. remember me showing you all these Puma shorts I got the other day, right, for $12.99? And the original price was $50, basically. I showed you all these the other day. I want to show you the shoes that I had in the back of my truck to go with them. But these are the shorts, you know. And they got deep pockets. They don't have any pocket. Well, they do have a pocket in the back, a zip pocket. And yeah, it's pretty dope. Right and left. No, it's pretty cool. They're dope. But anyway, I want to show you all the shoes that I bought way back there. I've had these for months. Here's the socks I bought. I got them. I think I got 1, 2, 3. There's a 6-pack of Puma ankle socks for $7.99. I gave $7.99 for them. Gave $12.99 for the shorts. And these are the shoes, which I think I've already showed you all these shoes. I probably did way back there in the video, but anyway, these are the shoes that I bought to go with that pair of shorts. But I've had these shoes and these socks for probably 3 or 4 months. I've never worn them yet, but I'm going to wear them this summer. But this sort of reminds you of some jean material, sort of like, on the toe box, and it's got leather on it. And I gave $34.99 for these shoes, $34. They're a size 7 in the men's, basically. Probably more like a 7, but anyway, it's a size 7 in the men's. And I got these. They're a size 7, like I said. They got red. They got this sort of like a tan color. It's not white, it's a tan color. But either or, these shoes, I found those shorts and I figured they'd go with these quite good. So they are Puma. They are dope, and they're a high top. They're either a high top or a mid, one of the two. They look more like a high top to me. But they fit me really good. I got them for 35 bucks. And those were the shoes I wanted to show y'all that I got way back there, and I picked these socks up to go with it. And then, like I said, sometimes you can get a few things for a fit, and then later on you might find something to go with it, you know. And that's why I bought these shorts to go with that fit. The shoes were $35, the shorts were $12.99, the socks were $7.99. Already got sleeveless white shirts that I can wear with them. A sleeveless spaghetti strap shirt like the one I got on. I got 2 or 3 white ones. That'll match it. I got a black one. That'll match it. Because I mostly wear spaghetti strap shirts and sleeveless shirts in the summer. I will be glad when summer and warm weather gets here to stay, because I'm tired of cold weather. I'm ready for short weather. But anyway, y'all. Yeah, that's what I picked up. That's something I had. I just wanted to show you the shoes and the socks that I got. But I showed you all those shoes and socks way back there. But you all might have forgot, because that's been back when I was working. And I bought these shoes back when I was working. I ain't worn them yet. And, yeah, I bought these to go with the fit I currently have on. And I don't remember what I gave for these shorts, y'all. I don't know. It looks like they got some dirt on the ends of them, so I'm going to have to wash them. I didn't know it had any dirt on it. Got a little bit of dirt on here. But it's just dirt. It'll come out. But anyway, those were the shoes that... But sometimes I'll pick up shoes and then later on I'll find something Ross to go with the shoe. You know what I mean? Like these shorts, I think I gave $12.99 for or $15.99 for. They're Adidas. They're dope. They're Adidas basketball shorts. And I found the socks for $12.99, and I got a shirt at home. It ain't Adidas. It don't have to be Adidas. Those sleeveless shirts that I sold you all not way long, not too back there, well, they had sleeveless shirts for $3 at Walmart. You can pick out black, red, green, blue. I mean, they got all kinds of colors, and they're only $3. If you find a pair of shorts that's dope and you got a pair of shoes to match, all you need to go do is find you a $3 shirt at Walmart. Spaghetti strap shirt if you're a girl in Walmart. Don't cost you nothing. If you're a man and you like basketball shorts and you got a pair of shoes to go with it, and all you need is a sleeveless shirt, go to Walmart and get some white beaters. They make gray ones, they make black ones, they make burgundy ones. There's different colors. Of course, you're going to pay more money for those than what a girl would for the spaghetti strap shirts, but I'm just saying, you don't have to have a Nike shirt or Adidas. If you find a pair of shorts that are Puma, Adidas, or Nike, you don't have to have Nike to go with it. All you need is a shirt to match the shorts. White goes with black, black goes with anything, white goes with anything. So, I mean, I'm just saying, and they have different colors in those type of shirts. Whether you're a man or a woman. A man, you can go in the men's section and get a white beater. A simple sleeveless white beater shirt. No biggie. It'll match anything. You ain't got to... Like, say you find a pair of shorts for $60 and they're Nikes and you like them, you buy them, and then you want a shirt to go with it. Well, If you got a package of white beaters, which you can go in Ross and get them for $5.99 for 3 or 4 white beaters, and you could wear that with the shorts. If you don't have $60 to buy the shirt that you seen that you wanted to go with it. Or you can just go in Ross and buy you some shorts that's cheaper than $50, $60. You ain't gonna give $50, $60 for a pair of shorts in Ross. Not basketball shorts, you ain't. Probably about the most you're gonna give for them. It just depends on what kind of material it's made out of, but you're not gonna give no daggone $50 or $60 for a pair of basketball shorts in Ross. But I'm just saying, there's ways of looking fresh without paying a lot of money. Trust me, there's a lot of ways to look fresh without paying a lot of money. Trust me, I know I shop in Ross Dress for Less, but I didn't go in Ross today to buy anything. I don't need anything. I'm here to shoot a review and to try to write, because I ain't wrote anything in 4 or 5 days. But what I'm saying is, there's things you can get for cheaper price. If you want to look fly, you don't have to give a lot of money. But if, say, there's a pair of shorts and Hibbets you like, and they're Nikes, and they cost you $60, you could buy those if that's something you got the money. And say you don't have the money to buy a Nike shirt to go with it, just go into Ross or Walmart or somewhere and buy you some white beaters. If you're a man, to wear with it. You don't have to have a Nike shirt to go with it. White matches whatever color you have. White will match anything. White or black would match anything that whatever color you have. I'm just saying, y'all, there's ways to dress without paying full price for stuff. There's ways, and say you want a pair of shorts cost more money. Well, those shorts you can keep, and then say you decide you want a shirt to go with it, then just go into Walmart or Ross and get you some white beaters. They sell white beaters for men in black, gray, and different colors. Sometimes you can find... You can go into Walmart and find them sometimes with, burgundy, red, royal blue, black, gray. There's different colors. But white will match anything. White or black will match any color. And I know white's hard to keep clean. But I'm just saying, there's ways of making a fit without spending a lot of money. Because a lot of times, we buy a pair of shorts, costs a lot of money, and then we go in and then we think, man, I need a shirt to match it. Well, I went into Walmart and they, like I said, they got every color in those spaghetti strap shirts for $2.98 a piece every day. That ain't no sale, that's just regular price. They got any color you want. So, it beats having to pay $30, $40, $50, $60 for a shirt to match something just because it's got Nike on it. It don't have to be Nike to match Nike. If you get a gray pair of Nike sweat shorts or something, and you want a shirt to go with it, if you're a man, just get you a white beater. You can find them in Ross for $5.99 for 3 or 4 in a pack. Or you can go to Walmart and get them. Or, if you're a woman and you buy a pair of shorts and you want a shirt to match it, you can go into the ladies section in Walmart and get a spaghetti strap shirt in any color you want. They got about every color you want. Lime green, everything. They got all kinds of colors for $2.98. You don't have to go give that $50. Say you find a shirt that matches the shorts exactly, but you don't want to give the $50, $60, $70 for the shirt. Just buy the shorts and go find... You may already have a shirt at home that matches them. If you've already got a shirt that's white, you don't have to buy something to go with it if you already have something at home that matches it. You can wear one shirt to match more than 1 or 2 fits, y'all. There's ways to shop without spending a lot of money. Without having to give $100 and some for something. You don't have to do that. My best bet will tell you don't go spend that $60 on them shorts. Go into Ross and see if you can find something for $15 or $20, and you may find a pair of shorts you like just as well for $12.99. $60 for a pair of shorts is high. Just for something you're only going to wear 2 or 3 months out of the year, because shorts is not something you wear all year. We have more colder months than we do warmer months. So think about that when you're out here buying a bunch of shorts that you don't need. You only need 4 or 5 pair. You don't need a ton of shorts because you're only going to wear them 3 or 4 months, maybe 2 or 3 months out of the year. The rest of it, you're pretty much going to be wearing pants. So you might want to think about that when you go, because you don't need that many shorts. 4 or 5 pairs of shorts is really all you need. Because you're only going to wear them 3 or 4 months, 2 or 3 months out of the year. Remember that. Pants is something you're probably going to get more use out of because there's more colder months than there is warmer months. So we don't have to have a ton of freaking shorts to pick from. Just buy some that'll match most of your shoes. When you buy a pair of shoes that's all these different colors, a lot of times you're not going to find anything that, it's going to be harder for you to match that fit with a lot of other shoes. That's why I say a full pair of, if you can go into Ross and find a pair of Nike Air Force Ones, they got them in there for $44. They're $100 an hour in the store. I'm just saying, they're cheaper. They're cheaper if you buy them, but a lot of times people have trouble finding their shoe size when it comes to men's shoe sizes in Ross. It just depends. A lot of times they get really high. They get really big sizes like 13s, 18s, and a lot of men can't wear a size 17, 16, 15. Those shoe sizes ain't gonna sell. Them things will sit there until they rot off the floor. Because there's not too many people wears that big of a shoe size, yo. And they get a lot of dope shoes in there for women that are size 12s and 10 and 10 and a half. But there's not, I mean, I don't wear a size 10. I wear a size 8 in the women. So a lot of them shoes, they get a lot of dope shoes, but sometimes a lot of them are not your size. But I've been able to find my size, and a couple pairs of Air Jordan 2s I've been able to find in there. And I found Adidas and other sizes, but a lot of times they weren't my shoe size. But I got a pair of Air Force Ones that were size 7 youth that fitted me, because that's equal to a size 8 in the women. So yeah, I was able to find, I have found several pairs of shoes in here that do fit me in my size. But a lot of your shoes, it's hard to find your size sometimes, depending on what shoe size you wear. It just depends on what sizes they get in. You just have to look through the racks and see what you can find to fit you. And I'm sitting out here smoking instead of smoking in my truck, because I just cleaned it out, and I don't want all the ashes in my truck. I don't want to sit there and dirty it up again after I just cleaned it out. That's a waste of money. So I really need to quit smoking in my truck, really I do. Because it fogs up the windows, it just makes your truck smell nasty. But yeah, I was just giving a little info, and I really didn't have anything to show today. I just showed them shorts because I just wanted y'all to see the shoes, because you all probably forgot me showing them shoes. That's been 3 or 4 months ago, those Puma shoes. But a lot of them shoes are still new with the tags on them. I still ain't even worn them yet. But anyway, it is what it is, y'all. It is a beautiful day. It's just chilly out here. I gotta watch what money I'm spending, because I gotta wait for my short-term disability check, and I don't know how long that's gonna be before I get one. Probably another week and a half or 2 weeks before I get one of them. I don't know if they're gonna call me to set up a direct deposit, or if they're just gonna send me a check in the mail, or what they're gonna do. I just want y'all to know that you don't have to go out here and spend a lot of money, you know what I mean, to look fresh. You know, because really, I got plenty of fresh looking clothes. I got rid of a lot of stuff, you know what I mean, the other day when I went through my closets, because I just didn't have room to put all that stuff, you know. And really, a person can only wear so many clothes, you know what I mean. I've got at least 4 or 5 pairs of jean shorts. I don't need any more jean shorts. But if I found another pair, I probably would get a pair. I found a pair in Ross the other day I really liked. They was only like $11.99, but the only thing is they were too tight on me. If they was a size bigger, I would have got them. But I don't want something too tight on me, because that's hard on my lower back. That's why I don't wear pants really tight, because of my lower back. It bothers me, you know, so I don't want to do that. Notice I'm out here watching my surroundings and stuff like that, because there's been 2 women showed up dead in this town. So in the child trafficking and the trafficking of women and the raping of women and stuff, it's going on. God said it's going on everywhere, man. You got to be always aware of your surroundings. Don't walk in fear, but make sure when you're out in the parking lot somewhere, you're always looking to make sure people ain't coming around, because you don't know. I hope y'all having a blessed day in the Lord. Know that the Lord loves you, and that He cherishes you, and that He wants you to speak to Him and talk to Him in the Holy Spirit. And just know even if you don't have a job like me right now, that there's a way out. God's providing it. Hurt my arm to sit here and hold this phone. But it is what it is. I'm not going to smoke in my truck after I just cleaned it out. I mean, that's just a waste of money. I was really hoping they wouldn't start charging people to sweep their cars out. I really didn't even need my car washed. But nothing stays free in life. Everything costs money. It costs money to even put air in your tire. Oh. I just don't want my truck being nasty, you know what I mean? I don't want my truck being nasty on the inside because that just makes me feel dirty, you know what I mean? When you go around not being clean, it just makes you feel dirty, you know? I lock my door back when I get in the truck. I'm aware of my surroundings while I'm out and about. And you all... No, I'm going to take this back off now I'm in here. I don't need to wear a hat all the time. But anyway, yeah, y'all, I just want y'all to know that there's a lot of stuff going on, and the government's behind the child trafficking too, man. There's a lot of videos I've been watching on Instagram about girls and stuff, people coming up missing. It's wild, you know. I think out of every country, the United States has more child trafficking than anything. It's just crazy. And people are mad because Trump's trying to close the borders, but the government's in behind on this stuff, you know what I mean? So it makes you wonder, these people running for presidents, you know, are they really of the Lord, you know? I mean, they say they are, but I don't know, you know? I don't really know, because this is something I want to talk about, because you all, a lot of you all out here, a lot of people in the world, not my viewers, because I don't know, but a lot of people, they put more faith in a political figure than they do Christ, and they don't really know who's leading them down the wrong path. People can be hiding behind sheep's clothing, y'all. You know, we don't want to be serving the serpent, which is the devil. We want to be serving Christ. We're supposed to be the servant of Christ when we've asked him into our hearts. We have to watch who we let in our inner circle. I talk about this a lot, but you really have to watch everything you do. I mean, you know, it's a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of things are going on. A lot of child trafficking, a lot of trafficking of women, a lot of trafficking of men, all kinds of stuff, y'all. We got to be on the lookout, man. I don't want y'all walking in fear. Because if you accept Christ into your life, you know. Christ will let you know when something ain't right. You know, and it's awful that women have to walk around. And a lot of us can't even carry a concealed weapon because I've been in a mental hospital, so I can't even have I can't have nothing but some mace spray or something. I need to get me some. But we can't walk around in fear because God didn't give us a spirit of fear. But we have to be alert and on the lookout. Itching there. I don't know why. Maybe what I'm taking a bath in, I don't know. But what I will say is, we got to watch out who we let in our inner circle. We got to watch who we're dating. I mean, you got to watch who you're dating. You're online, stay off of online dating. I don't recommend online dating to nobody. I mean, I hate to say that, but I just don't. I used to do it when I was younger. And luckily, I never met anybody who was crazy. One thing I will say is, stay off online dating. I don't recommend it, but if you're going to do it, be safe about it. Don't have nobody coming to your house. If the first time you're meeting somebody, don't meet them at your house. Don't tell them your address. Don't tell them all your information. It ain't their business. And one thing I will say is, get their name and number and get their phone number and go do a background check on that person. That's what I recommend you all women doing. And men alike. Do a background check on these people, because we ain't going to be sexist here. Do a background check on that woman or that man before you go out with that person. I mean, you know, because you don't know who you're meeting. You don't know what kind of history they have. You don't know who you're meeting, man. If all you've done is talk on the phone to them, you don't know them. Don't just meet up with somebody. Don't be silly. Don't be crazy, man. Don't be doing that stuff. Make sure you're always researching and finding out what this person is about before you meet them. And if you meet them in a public place. Do not let them know your address. Do not tell them everything about yourself. You do not know this person. And it's scary to date people online. I don't recommend it to nobody. The world's not in good enough shape to be doing all that. I used to do it, but no more. I don't do it anymore. I ain't even dated in over 2 years. I'm just telling y'all, watch what you're doing. Watch who really, really watch, man. Because you don't know who's out there. Pedophiles, rapists, pagan. Look out for the people who are wicked. Because these people out here are wicked that are out here killing people and slandering people. You don't know what's going on. You got to be alert at all times wherever you're at, man. I sit in parking lots, so I got to be aware of my surroundings. You know what I mean? I'm always looking around, make sure ain't nobody following me. So you make sure you always have your cell phone on you. And if you're able to, and somebody's following you, if you're able to get their daggone face on a video camera, do it. If you're able to. But I know be put in a situation like that, you'd probably be the last thing you'd be worried about. You're probably just trying to get the heck away. Be alert. God said be alert. Do not be walking around with fear, but be alert of your surroundings. Really do it. If you see any white stuff on your car door handle, do not put your hand on it. I got to start learning to check that before I get in my vehicle. They're putting fentanyl and stuff. They're putting stuff in it to put you out that can be soaked up through the skin. If somebody comes to your doorstep and knocks on your door and you know it's not somebody saying what your package, let your package be left on the thing. Be careful what packages you're getting in the mail if you have not ordered anything. Don't order that package, leave it outside. Don't scan no QC code on nothing, no barcodes, don't scan nothing. That is not something you ordered. Do not scan it. Do not let them get your information. There's a lot of things going on. Hackers, scammers, traffickers. Watch what you're doing. When you buy a piece of clothing, check it to make sure there's nothing in it. I seen a Instagram video the other day about a woman who ordered something off Shein, and it had a tracker in it. Check all your clothing. I don't care where you get it from. Check it to make sure there's nothing in it. There's a lot of stuff going on that you need to be aware of. I'm telling you, you're not safe no matter where you go. Make sure that you're aware of your surroundings, girls and kids. Make sure you keep an eye on your kids. Do not send your kid in the store if they're young inside of a store. Do not send them in there by themselves. Be alert. Do not let your kids outside by themselves without you being out there. You do not know what's going on outside. Be alert. We live in a society now that you don't know who's staying lollygagging around. You can't just trust anybody. Be alert, especially if you have kids outside playing. Don't leave them out there by themselves, y'all. You don't know. And always teach your kids not to never go up to strangers. Never go up to strangers. Karashii Tikali. They are meant to you kids coming up dead, turning up dead, being sexually assaulted, being killed. Watch where you are going. Watch as who around you. Watch your children's like hawks. Tiade shikare. And the government's in behind it. Look out. So anyway, if there's anybody out there who's not been saved, I'm going to take this time to ask if you would ask Christ into your heart. And if you truly are sorry of your sins, you believe that Jesus died on the cross and that he arose from the tomb, then you're saved. Until next time, peace, love, and be blessed. And be alert.